All right, we got Briar. Hot topic though, so we're gonna get those. I think you can kind of get around some of these here. This is probably the best way to hit anything. This one probably won't do much. She has AB3 more than likely. This could help a little bit. It just depends on if this is good enough for this particular way of thinking. It depends on how much draw she standardly has. So I think Cornet Peak might be okay. She probably doesn't have a whole lot of arcane, so I think we're fine. Thinking, please bear with me. Do we need to take any blues away for Scour? I could probably go with one Scour, and then probably take out one of these Ice Eternals. Maybe Channel Bleak wouldn't be too bad. On the chance of one of those, maybe? We'll give that a try. A little bit of odd blue stuff. So AB3, AB4. Holy fuck. AB5. Holy fuck. What the hell? No block, no block, one block, two block. We could probably just play Warmongers. We have an E-Strike. We won't be able to do anything with his Brain Freeze, which could lead me to protect this. I do kind of lock myself out a little bit. So I'm gonna go with this. I'll probably just do War, keep the Brain Freeze in my arsenal for later. It's not a little bad thing to do. It was an Entwined Lightning for current funnel. This isn't... Okay, we'll take this, because we can do this entire hand here, and then we just pass. Ooh, second strike. Could block 3. Amulet. I can block 3 here, Amulet, and play Wooden Bull. Oh, we don't have any way of giving that for War. So we can probably block 3 here. There is the Lightning Surge. Okay, now we're just gonna take 8 here. Or send 8. Okay, 32. We'll be able to Brain Freeze off this Embodiment of Earth, which is super nice. So always remember your Embodiment of Earth triggers whenever you're playing against Briar. One of the things that you do want to make sure they get their triggers. It's a benefit for you that they remember that. If they don't actually remember that multiple times, they could be sharking you. Oh, sorry. Doop. I just passed it by really quick. It is gemmed here, so let's do this. So we have Channel Lightning Valley, and then that one was a current funnel. So we're gonna put this on top to hose 2 things. Technically, there's the Channel Lightning Valley, but they won't be able to keep it around this entire turn, so if they play it, they'll do Plow. They may just do the 2 and then go about their day. They might not even play it. My hand doesn't really do anything anyways. So I may just Cornet Peak, put the Ice Bolts probably in there or something like that. Yeah, I don't particularly think it'll matter too much. So if they play it, they just can't. They'll just keep it around for 1 turn. Yeah. Keep it around for 1 turn. Draw. Hopefully, they didn't draw a lightning. They have yet to... They could still attack with Rosetta Thorn with the lightning card, but... Oh, they just happen to have it. That is unfortunate. Overblocking on that, and then overblocking on the other one, and then just Cornet Peaking probably was best. So just block 3 cards and then going about my day. And then they keep the valley for next turn. So we can lock here. No arcane, which is nice. Target opponents. They have a blue in the arsenal, which is nice. Ice Bolt typically doesn't do too much, but if they go down to no resources for that current funnel, I will probably send it to potentially stop their turn. I don't have a scour. That would have been nice to be able to scour that. This hand does function pretty well, but I do want to block as much as possible here. That twofer coming out. Yep. I could do bull. I don't particularly like triple ice bolt here. I can still send bull on my turn, or potentially just send warmongers, which some of them seem to have somewhat of a go again. It might be best to just do Cornet Peak. I like my options, even though I'm overblocking if I do bolt. Okay, we're just gonna send bull, keep this bolt. Go down to 24. No way of having a really good turn on my turn. I do want to keep the brain freeze for my arsenal, which means Insidious Chill pays for bolt if possible. Sure, we're gonna wait and see. I think he just got the Swarming Gloomveil, which he did. It's okay. I don't have the nodes, which could help out. However, it's like debatable on which gloves you gotta do. So this is gonna have go again. So what we're gonna do is we are going to drop it like it's hot by giving this gains go again, this gains go again. I'm gonna go ahead and give this the layer step go again, because that way, I mean, it automatically does it, so I want to make sure it actually has a go again on the step, then play the blizzard. We'll see if it doesn't gain go again. So we can potentially still send. You can go block, block, block on Stonewall. I could send 7 myself and still block this out with these two and put Brain Freeze in. So that's a pretty good tempo swing. This Ice Bolt, Waning Moon. So send 6 technically. I really need Cornet Peak. They just get an arsenal. Just block Fostex. Just draw for an arsenal. I really like Cornet Peak lately. With 2 Frostbites to swing Rosetta Thorn for 4 damage. Holy shit. I would have probably done the Toma Findall, but okay. 4, so it'll be even Stevens. That's not bad, actually. We get the embodiment trigger to hit, which is super nice. So that was actually kind of a blessing in disguise. I remember that. So we get the hypo here. So what do you got for me? Force of Nature. This is an elemental, so this doesn't have go again. Click that out of the way. So that's probably what we could do. These don't have go again. This doesn't have a way to, like, this shuts their entire turn off, and then we can just play hypothermia. And it's an action. So, I mean, this has an action too. Choose that one. So it kind of turns off their turn. More likely it'd just be the Entwine. I don't particularly think the Force of Nature will help here. Force of Nature, so that would give it go again. I don't know if Waning Moon's worth here or not. I want to put this in my arsenal. Having double, I would like to actually have potential arcane spells. So more damage forcing them if they are probably going to pitch something that doesn't allow it. So this is good. Channel the Bleak Expanse. Not bad at all. Skizik. Channel the Bleak Expanse off of this. Send 2. We can't draw cards. We both can't draw cards off of Blizzard. Unfortunate. Let's go again into Cornet Peak. Cool. Forgot that I had Cornet Peak, huh? Go again. It's pretty cool. I will probably give up. Did I just pitch Emeritus? I think I did. Yeah. No, yeah, I pitched it for Cornet Peak. That's unfortunate. Scar for scar. Into... You have some armor. Cornet Peak. Well, that is 2 Scaldings down, which I don't particularly like. I will probably end up sinking this Shelter from the Storm. Sweet. And then just in time for Channel Bleak Expanse dying. Then we've got Waning Moon 2 coming in. Trust me, she's got a lot of blues. You may not think that Briar has a lot of blues, but she does. It's a Force of Nature. He's gonna keep it. I don't have a way of getting Channel like Frigid out. Ooh, this actually might work. I'm going to sink below this sink below. Maybe. Sorry. That's the bottom. And then I'll have Channel like Frigid, which is super cool. Slowly bleed. Are they trying to go for like a fatigue style? I will be getting, have to break the chain for this, unfortunately. So it's Electromagnetic Somersault for Swimming Gloomveil and Skizik. So we're gonna do that. Put that into her face. There's no embodiment of earth that we can really focus on. So I'm gonna keep this here, which is nice. What we'll probably end up doing here is we might overpitch, or we might ether ice vein. So Wounded Bull, if they're going for like a fatigue-ish thing, like I didn't count how many cards they've got going on. So they've got 5, 6, 18. Not a little slightly over 63. Insidious Chill would be nice. I need to keep up the tempo. So I could do Ether Ice Vein, but I would like to keep my possibilities of having something to do on my following turn. And I have the life deficit to gain off of the Wounded Bull. It is also going to probably slightly hurt if I cannot find 2 ice blues, because then I can't really do much except for just sending channel off of that. So then that gets 8. Yeah, they both get pumped. We do actually have a embodiment of Earth. This is like I was saying before. We need to be able to send it now so we can potentially do something on my opponent's turn, but we won't be able to send anything for Tunic. So doing this now, this could probably stop their turn. I'll probably end up taking this for the simple fact of going down to 14, Ether Ice Vein, keeping up with the Cold Snap. Yeah, this isn't lethal. I should be fine. I've come back from worse. So I'm going to keep channel around. Give me your whole hand if you don't want to suffer, which more likely, yeah, you would. Or at least be able to pay the 5. Because of the channel lightning, like frigid here. So we've got Cold Snap. What would our turn be if we can just go like this? What would the turn really look like? We can Ice Eternal that, so we go here, Ice Eternal, pitching both of these, send 3 and keep this around. Block here, send this for that. Well, it depends on if they're going to pitch. They're pitching. Yeah, it's just like have enough blues to get by it, and then just the arcane of AB5. Like, could block with Scar, keeping channel around, and they'll just fucking block it out, looks like. Ice Eternal doesn't really give them damage. It just probably could just say block here, send Scar, dump the Cornet Peak off of Ice Eternal. Thinking Ice Eternal could. It's too expensive for Arsenal. Take the 2, go to 12. Scar for Scar. I think if this is meta to bring fucking like AB5, then I think Burn Bear might need to go in. Six, and I just don't have a way to do damage. That is so unfortunate, my guy. I do have physical damage. I actually don't mind sending physical now. Like, I may just do that. Wounded bulls are dead. E-strike. Put this into my arsenal. Some disruption will be pretty good. And then put that to the bottom, buff power. Now they actually have to give me something. Rather than fuck around. Been blocking out too much here. Now their AB2 goes away. They have AB3, depending on how many red ice veins were down. Down 2. Now we got one more. Damn it. I want to put this out because you backed out on accident. Yeah, I was about to say, you're gonna break your AB2, my guy. Buff power. And lightning, ball lightning. He has ball lightning yellow. He really doesn't have too many actions. Not attack actions. So I'm gonna need to block here probably. Yeah, probably do that. And it's like she's turning into fatigue. I don't particularly get it. All right, Meredith Golden coming around on 25. So we'll have to probably keep track of that. So yeah, we'll put that on top. Ball lightning coming in for 2. Then pitches his arsenal. Defense reaction on that. That's it. Could do shelter from the storm. Probably peak. Don't particularly like peak because it gives me something to do at the end when he's just wanting to fucking fatigue me here with 80 fucking 5. So we still got 2, so we're at 4 now. Don't have anything in my arsenal, which is unfortunate. Amulet of Ice into Insidious Chill for Bolt. We're down all the ice veins. Convert our entire hand. Nothing to really do. Destroy an aura. I have to AB2 this. Just for 1 damage. strikes are one left. Just fucking fatigue, apparently. Is that a hypo? It would have been nice if I had something in the arsenal when he went shields down for resources on that one turn. Now I just can't do anything without my head, like the headpiece. Which is the annoying part. Don't particularly want to give my Meritus. But what is my turn gonna do anyways? He's just like fatigue. It's just annoying with the AB5 fatigue. I'll still prevent it like that, but it's probably the worst thing ever to just use armor plus the D-react. Yeah, not having my arsenal is, or my headpiece is pretty bad. Pretty bad. Most I can do is 4, 4, and 3. 4, 4, and 3, which is not enough, especially with arms. So my arms would have been... I would have had to just use the other thing for it. The reaction, defense reaction. Rather than anything else. Regrowth, deal 1 arcane, return to... Where X is the total damage you've been dealt to. Amulet device, like, sure. I'm curious if, like, if AB5 is, when you see this, it's potential that they'll just fatigue out. And, like, you would have to ask how many cards are gonna do. So now they are not even... It's not too many arcane pings, I guess. Maybe arms for nodes is probably better, though. Nothing really has... This done has to go again, but it says if you've done... Whenever it fuses, whenever you do damage. I didn't have anything else but this. Doesn't want to give the entire hand for Channel Mount Heroic. Coming in for 3 now. What was that, a lightning? For ball lightning? Elemental. Without doing that much, +1. Don't want to have to force myself that I have to pay AP2 for arcane. Ooh. This. Insidious chill trigger. Pop both of these. You got the resources? Got another Meritus coming around because Don't have it all. Emeritus for 7. 4, 7, and then another 4 would be 12. 443, right? 443 would have been. No, that's not 12. It's 11. He's still gonna have cards left in his hand. Coming in for 3 damage. Blue. Huh! Please give me a bolt. Please give me a fucking bolt, baby. Give me a bolt. Give me a bolt. Give daddy a bolt. Yes! We got a scolding! Fuck you, bitch! Sheesh! Fuck! Holy shit, that was a rough one. Sheesh.